3 reasons why men stop pursuing or chasing you after around 3 months or around after 6 dates. 1, he just doesn't feel enough soul resonance with you. It's not an energetic match. So if he feels that there's no deep soul resonance, when all his testosterone fueled chase instinct is over, and now his wiser parts of himself is the one running the show, and he feels in his heart and soul that there's just not enough soul or energetic resonance with you, then he won't feel inspired to keep pursuing you anymore. But then when a man does that for that reason, you have to be grateful. At least you're not gonna waste more time with him. Deep down, he's doing it from a good place, from a place of, love for himself and love for you. He doesn't want to waste his time and your time because there's no point, there's no soul resonance. Number 2, he feels soul resonance with you, but he doesn't feel like he's ready to prioritize a relationship with you. Like, he feels like his ducks aren't in a row yet. He's not in a position to provide and protect you. Kind of like in the fiction The Alchemist. The man met, I think the girl's name is Fatima. He met her and he felt soul resonance with her. He fell in love with her. But he was not yet done with his mission. So he left her for a while and prioritized his mission. But they both thought if it was meant to be, it was meant to be, If they were meant to be together, they were gonna be together. And in the end, I'm not gonna spoil it for you. You have to read The Alchemist to find out what happened. Number 3 reason is he feels soul resonance with you and he feels ready to pursue a relationship, but he feels like you are the one who's not ready to be in a healthy relationship because you're batshit crazy, you're reactive, you're super insecure, maybe you're even toxic to a point where you're super wounded and toxic to a point where it's going to be very hard to have a healthy relationship with you. And the first reason, there's nothing you can do other than to let go. The second reason, maybe there are things you can do to inspire the man to have a relationship with you while he's still pursuing his mission. You can be there as a support, maybe there's a way he can see that. But number 3 reason, you are totally responsible for it. You're 100% responsible for growing emotionally. You're totally responsible for healing all your wounds so that you can be emotionally intelligent enough to be able to keep a relationship with a man. You're not healthy emotionally if you perceive slight in everything a man does. Like, a man is trying to show you love, but you perceive that he doesn't love you. You perceive slight, you perceive rejection, you perceive neglect, you perceive betrayal in whatever a man does. And I used to be the same. I know because I used to be the same. Like, no matter whoever I was dating then, I would always felt like I wasn't loved, but because I was feeling unloved deep down inside me, so whatever a man does, I felt like they didn't love me. And so I'd be like, oh, you don't love me, you don't love me. And then the man would cry in front of me and tell me that I spoke so hurtfully. And now looking back, in retrospect, I realized they would cry in front of me and say that I spoke so hurtfully because in their hearts, they knew that they loved me. They knew that they were doing their best to show me love, to make me happy. And yet I was not perceiving it. What I was perceiving was I was not loved by them. And so they felt hurt by it. And yeah, so many times it happened. That's why through all these years, I've done the inner work, the healing work in order to find security within myself, emotional security within myself. And I've healed my toxicity and my woundedness so I can better relate with people and men and the men I date. So if you want to learn more and if you want coaching, DM me.